Data and statistical information underpin monitoring and analysing opportunities and gaps in the 5 pillars of the demographic dividend. Official statistics are those produced or endorsed by government. Countries may have a central national statistical office that does much of the work in producing official statistics, or a highly developed system, with data production being the responsibility of sectoral level departments and ministries. No matter what structure, official statistics are typically produced by a wide range of government institutions through 3 primary sources: censuses, sample surveys, or administrative records. A statistical indicator is a data element that represents statistical data for a specified time, place, and other characteristics, and is corrected for at least one dimension, usually size, to allow for meaningful comparisons. The total fertility rate, life expectancy at birth, and out-of-school rate for youth of secondary school age by sex are just 3 of hundreds of indicators that can be produced and are relevant to gender and the demographic dividend. The ESCAP indicator framework to assess progress on harnessing the demographic dividend with a gender dimension in Asia and the Pacific recommends 39 indicators that can be used for monitoring and reporting. They are all taken from existing monitoring frameworks that countries are reporting with and are frequently updated. Using commonly defined and internationally agreed indicators increases the chance that they are already produced and reduces the reporting burden for countries. Internationally agreed indicators of the 2030 Agenda have been classified as Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 indicators, depending on whether statistical methods and data exist and how widely the indicators are being produced by countries following certain criteria. To be of value for policymaking, statistical indicators need to be produced consistently and coherently over time. Following the same approach in each country allows comparisons as well as increasing the quality of data for national monitoring. Producing statistics in a standard way, in line with international recommendations, is one of the fundamental principles of official statistics, which guide the production of statistics across the world. The consistent production of statistics requires metadata that describe why an indicator is important, the source of the data, calculations needed, and any guidance to help understand the strengths and limitations of that indicator. For example, one indicator to measure health and well-being is contraceptive prevalence. The metadata for contraceptive prevalence include a definition of the indicator, why it should be used as an indicator, how contraceptive prevalence is measured, and where these data are taken from. For education, one indicator is the proportion of a population in a given age group achieving at least a fixed level of proficiency in functional literacy and numeracy skills by sex. In the domain of governance and decision-making, the proportion of seats held by women in national parliaments and local governments measures the degree to which women have equal access to decision-making. Regarding economic structures and participation in productive activities, one statistical indicator is the unemployment rate, while an indicator to analyze demographic change is adolescent fertility. All of the aforementioned indicators, as well as many others, are included in the ESCAP indicator framework and can be effective in monitoring the situation of the population in a country and thereby harnessing the demographic dividend and achieving greater gender equality.